Alrighty, welcome to Mediaverse Podcast. I'm Kyle. As always, Chris is here today, as always, and
Hello.
this was a pretty interesting week. We got some GDC stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about Google's new cloud platform, pretty much called the Stadia, which is Google's pretty much way of entering the gaming ring. We got couple of good announcements, like Konami announcing a collection, which is actually a first for them besides the Metal Gear stuff, and some trailers and some huge Disney stuff that just happened recently.
All
One of
right.
them's obviously, and the other one was out of left field. So where should we start? Should we just start off with?
Let's go with the gaming stuff first.
We'll start off with something I did not talk about. Let's talk about the Nindies really quick because these two are really big. Cuphead is coming to Switch.
This is crazy because it's revealing more of Nintendo and Microsoft's relationship.
Yeah.
Cuphead is an interesting game. I mean, visually it's beautiful. However, it looks like a nightmare to play.
Well, it's one of those. Remember, it's like those old school. It's supposed to remind you of those old school like shooting up games that are meant to like kill you
I
and take
know.
your quarters.
Yeah, I know a couple of people that have the Switch, and they're going to be pretty excited to play this.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Like my laptop can actually play Cuphead, but as soon as I heard this was gonna be on Switch, I was like, I'm getting this. This is great. Plus,
I wonder if that relationship will go the other way though, because it seems like Xbox, Microsoft is starting to put stuff on the Switch, but I wonder if Nintendo has like some sort of arrangement that maybe we could see like Mario go onto Xbox 360 or PC or something.
a lot of YouTubers are actually talking about that. I think Dreamcast guy was one of those guys that talked about it.
Yeah.
Or was it RTG85? It was one of those two. I remember it was one of those two that were talking about like no, I think it was Spawnway that talked about it, saying like instead of like, hey, you can bring it on the go, but if you want that 4K experience, you can only on Mario, you can only get it on the Xbox.
I don't know if Nintendo would let Xbox do a upscaled version of Mario. I was thinking more along the lines of like something like Mario All Stars going on to Xbox, or maybe at most New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe.
Yeah,
I can't see them having like a flagship Mario game because I mean, if we see like Halo go to Switch, then all bets are off.
yeah,
But right
all bets
now,
are off.
it's like Cuphead, and I could see them being like, "Oh yeah, and also you can get like New Super Mario Bros. Deluxe or Mario All Stars on Xbox now too."
Believe it or not, another thing that's really interesting is that Cuphead, they did confirm that Cuphead for Switch will have Xbox Live integration.
Yeah, all those games, even Minecraft has
Yeah,
Xbox Live.
yeah, it does. Like they like 100% confirmed it. Even Major Nelson like tweeted it out, and he's like, "Uh-oh."
Hmm.
Like just took it down, like kind of like just took it off really quick, and but then Microsoft came out and said, "Yeah, it's gonna happen." So they're really trying to expand Xbox as a brand. Plus they probably wanted to get it on the Switch because they own the IP and they want to do it, and they even probably talked to Microsoft about it. And they said, "Well, it's not on our competitor, which is PS4, so I think you'll be fine because it's on everything, even on Mac."
Yeah,
So
that's cool. They had some other interesting indie games. I haven't looked at most of them except for that Legend of Zelda crossover. I don't know
yeah,
anything about the indie game that it's crossing over with, but it
me
looked pretty
neither.
cool, and
But
the music in the trailer was really cool too.
believe it or not, they said that it's like a music rhythm game. So it's like
Yeah.
you battle with the music.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like Mother 3's battle system in a weird way.
You notice those indie games sometimes all have like they have a similar look to them a lot. They sort of look like they're pixel games. However, I can't explain it, but they definitely have a look where I can look at a game and be like, okay, that looks like an independently developed game. And this Legend of Zelda crossover with whatever it is definitely has that indie game look.
Yeah. You know, it's actually a really good indie game that's inspired by Zelda that I actually have on the Switch.
What's that?
Blossom Tales.
I've heard
And you
of
could
Blossom
tell,
Tale.
yeah, if you like Link to the Past, you'll definitely like it. Like that's kind of like you could tell these indie developers are inspired by this stuff. So it's kind of neat that Nintendo's like, hey, we see you we inspire you something. Now see what you can do with this with the real thing.
Yeah, it looks cool. The only
Like
indie games I've really played are, I guess, Freedom Planet, Shovel Knight, and
ukulele.
yeah, I guess Ukulele. I
Yeah.
tried Hollow Knight out, but everybody was disappointed in me when they're like, "Isn't it the greatest game ever?" And I'm like, I don't know. This seems kind of dreary."
Yeah, everyone like this is what I'm saying. Everybody has an opinion, and everyone has a right to their opinion. You know, like I'll tell you my opinion. That's it, and I give it my 2 cents, and I'm done.
Yeah,
You know, like I said with the best pictures, like I only could base my opinion on stuff I actually watched.
right. But
So
anyway,
that's that's all I'm gonna say. Let's get to the next subject.
yeah.
Konami's doing a collection,
Now
and
they've done these collections before. They did Metal Gear Solid. They did Zone of the Enders. They
yep,
did a bunch on the PSP and a bunch on the PS2.
but they've never done Castlevania or Contra.
And they've done
I mean,
Castlevania, but not the Nintendo ones. There's Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood on PSP.
yeah, but
And
this is like an entire like they announced the first 4 games are going to be like they announced like the first 4 games for the Castlevania collection can be Castlevania 1, 2, 3, and Super Castlevania 4, and
nice.
there's 4 more on the way. So that could be Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night and some other one.
But the Game Boy Advance ones, like
Yep.
Aria of Sorrow and
Yeah.
whatever, those ones, people
Yeah.
really like those.
And they have an arcade collection, which can have a bunch of those. I can't find the list for that one, but they are going to be doing Contra. Contra's going to have Contra 3, going to have Contra, Super Contra, Super Contra. It's called Super 3. See, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Contra
Contra
3,
Super C. Yeah.
Contra 3, the Alien Wars, and 4 more games in the series. So,
Well, it doesn't have the best Contra on there.
which one's that one?
Neo Contra on PS2.
Oh god,
Neo Contra is amazing.
it was a budget title game too back in the
Yeah,
day.
I love Neo Contra. It's so over the top. There's a guy that cuts a plane in half with a samurai sword in the intro.
No,
And it has an intro with the vocals and stuff. So
No,
I don't care until they put Neo Contra on a new system.
yeah, and all of a sudden, and just so you know, these are also going to be they're going to be on everything. But I'm probably going to get them on the Switch because I like them portably.
Right.
Sometimes.
I mean, it's cool that they're doing
Yeah.
all these, and it's great that these will be available again.
Yeah, especially in a collection, be like, especially when you're like old geezers like us who are in our 30s, go, I remember when these were great, and then all these kids are like, what?
Now, it would be really cool if Konami could work out a deal with Viacom and get those old school Ninja Turtle games on a collection.
Oh my god, I would love those.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be a great thing. I don't know where the turtles like. Oh no, it's at Activision right now.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember where it was at. Okay, here's oh yeah, I found the arcade ones. It will contain Haunted Castle, Ajax. Hey, Ajax from Deadpool is in here.
Hmm.
Just kidding. Gladia 2, Salamander, Thundercross, Gurmis, and Twin B. And these are just the ones that they just announced for this for the $20 price.
Twin B is pretty fun, so that's cool.
Yep. And then we'll talk about Google later. We feel like that's an entire topic.
Right. Stadia is the main topic. So
yeah.
/ live streaming
So
games.
We'll get to trailers now.
All right.
So should we just get the elephant out of the room first? The Toy Story one?
Yeah, sure. What do you think?
I think it's gonna be very weird. Keanu Reeves is in it, and he plays a GI Joe like action figure.
Hmm.
I like you didn't believe me when I said that too. You're like, no, he's not in that movie. He is.
I mean, it's cool. Yeah, in some ways, you can't help but wonder though. They had like a perfect trilogy, and now
Yeah,
that they're coming out with Toy Story 4, and besides for the Forky character, it kind of seems like similar to the first Toy Story
yeah.
because it's like
Well,
lost toy again. Okay.
well, here's the best way I would say it for you. You could consider this like one trilogy, and then if they decide to do it and desecrate the corpse again, you consider this like another trilogy, and you could be like, you know what I mean?
Well, I know. And honestly, I'm not the harshest critic of movies, so I'll probably like watch it and be like, "Oh my god, Buzz Lightyear, this is great."
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I'm like, I try to see the good and the bad and everything. I really do try, even for very horrible movies.
Hmm.
So yeah, but it looks like it could be fun. I mean, Little Bo Peep is back, so we'll find out what happened with her and how she got so badass all of a sudden.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of different toys that I don't even recognize. I was like, "Who's that Triceratops? Was that in the third movie, or is
Yeah,
that some
she's in the third movie.
really okay?"
Her name is Trixie. She's part of Rex's toy line, apparently.
Huh.
I know the equivalent, the villain, which is that creepy antique doll. She creeps me out. It's kind of like the same vibe as Toy Story 3, where probably a neglected toy from years ago.
Well, it seems like Toy Story 1 combined with Toy Story 2 because you have the whole antique toy angle,
Yep.
except a little different because like they were like collectibles and going to a museum. This is just creepy old lady toys.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say this: Key and Peele are in this movie
Yeah.
together. That's like, okay, you had me at Key and Peele. Let's see how these guys are, and I'm like, okay. After seeing that trail, I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Hmm.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board. They seem like fun. You know, to Infinity and your mom.
Hmm.
And now let's get to Avengers.
Oh man, I can't wait. I think this might be. I can't remember the last time I've been this excited about a movie.
Same here. This is going to be the end of the official title, actually, of this saga called the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, this looks cool. They got their new uniforms, which look pretty
Here's a
awesome.
question. Here's a question now. How much scene do you think that it's going to be making into the movie, and how much do you think it's just fake?
I don't know. I've heard that the directors have only given the trailer house 8 minutes of footage to work with. They're just like, here you go. That's why there's a lot of footage from like the other
Well,
movies and stuff.
well, this is what happens. This is what happened. You could be like these two other guys, Sony and the people who did Terminator. Like, here's all the film, make a trailer, and they go, let's spoil all this, and then you just watch the whole movie right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
You didn't spoil the big twist with Genesis, which could have been so good.
They spoiled the twist in Terminator 2, so
But the internet was in its infancy at that time, though. You got to remember.
the internet didn't exist at that time. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you can't fault the Terminator movie for spoiling itself in the trailer because they've been doing it for 20 years. But anyway, Endgame.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
looks cool. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see it. I can't wait to
It
see
looks
Captain
amazing.
Marvel punch Big Purple in the face.
Yep. I can't wait for I love where Thor just grabs his hammer and she doesn't flinch. I like her.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's gonna be good. Like they're gonna have all the characters in there. We're gonna have Michonne from The Walking Dead be part of the trailer too. She's like literally, and she's actually in the poster too. The head guard of the royal captain from Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. I
She's
don't.
like
I can't remember her character's name, but
me
yeah,
neither.
she looks awesome.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna look awesome. She's gonna look awesome in that movie. Well, here's the weird thing though, is a lot of people. Here's something why I mentioned why some of it's fake. My friend at work mentioned that did you notice that Tony Stark had a regular armor suit and War Machine had like a bulk suit? I'm like,
Well, Tony Stark has the nanomachine
yeah,
thing.
that's what I said. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, yeah. But then I thought talking about, well, don't forget, War Machine is still paralyzed, so he might need a broken suit anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it looked like Tony Stark was just wearing one of the regular Avengers uniforms, but
yeah,
he probably still has that nanomachine stuff, or maybe they're gonna do something where it's like he's like injured from space, so he's just gonna be the guy in the chair.
yeah,
I doubt it,
guy in the chair.
but yeah.
I'm sorry I had to do that reference.
Yeah.
Uh, like I said, I can't wait for this. I'm definitely gonna be paying for this just to see it the pre-release.
Right. I'll
Because
probably
I don't
see
want none of this.
this least depending on how good it is. I saw Infinity War 3 times in theaters, maybe even 4.
2 times in theaters for me, but still, it's a good movie.
Yeah, definitely going to see this one in IMAX as well.
Yeah.
But I guess we should move on to the next big Marvel news. Disney and Marvel Studios have rehired James Gunn to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Dang it! They can't disguise James Gunn as Jimmy Pistol Whip anymore.
Well, this is good.
This is good. No, this is very good news. Disney proved. Yeah, we were very reactionary on that one, weren't we?
They waited for the dust to settle, and nobody was going to direct that movie except him.
Every director was like, "Nope, nope." Sorry. How about you? No. Even the worst directors like, no.
The best thing was when he announced like James Gunn is back. Taika Waititi tweeted, "Wait, I thought I was directing Guardians of the Galaxy 3."
Oh yeah, speaking of James Gunn, apparently he can't do Guardians 3 yet until after he finished Suicide Squad with Warner Brothers.
Which is awesome. We'll actually get a cool Suicide Squad movie and then a cool Guardians movie, and for those like fanboys always fighting each other, the same guy is working on both sides. Just watch everything.
Yeah.
You don't need to pick one.
Yeah, you don't. If you don't like the film, you can say you don't like the film. Like, I will say my 2 cents about it. You say your 2 cents about it, and we'll be fine. We'll still be good friends in the end. Also, speaking of which, sorry I didn't add this before, but apparently the Suicide Squad movie, quoting with my fingers,
right,
is going to be a reboot.
That's what I read too.
So that's good. That gives James Gunn a lot of like leeway. He doesn't have to go and be like, "Oh, this is not a DCEU. Fine, I can go. I can be as free as I want to be." So that explains the getting a new actor for Deadshot, which is Idris Elba.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's actually confirmed. I know that's Warner Brothers' top and only choice for Deadshot, but I don't think that actually has been officially confirmed yet.
Yeah, he's in talks. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he is,
Yeah, I mean, that would be a great choice.
Yeah, like I said, this all culminates with James Gunn as news-wise. So, but yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that's happened. Like I think they were way too reactionary. Even Bob Iger was like, "Yeah, I would have fired him too."
Plus, it definitely, I feel, takes the pressure off of Suicide Squad being like, "Oh man, like I wonder what this is going to be like, if it's going to have any like FUs to Marvel," and it also takes the pressure off of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because now everybody will be like, if he didn't do that movie, everybody would have been like, "Oh man, this movie probably would have been better if James Gunn did it."
Yeah, it is true.
So it's a win-win for both sides.
Also, James Gunn's be the first director in Marvel, and did I say Marvel? I meant MCU history to be a director to actually finish a trilogy.
Yeah, you're right.
Because look, Iron Man.
Well, you
So
could technically say the Russo brothers did like a
they did
quad
their own little.
trilogy.
They did their own little trilogy.
Yeah, because they did Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yeah, like Civil War was sort of like a setup for no, Civil War was set up for Infinity Wars. God, those rhyme.
Yeah.
Or Civil War, and then to Endgame. Like you could say it's like its own little sequel within its, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Thor always had a different director because they couldn't find the right director.
Yeah. Same thing with Iron Man.
And even Josh Whedon, who was the one who suggested, let's put Thanos in the movie. But even he agreed, let's save him for another time.
Yeah, he did Avengers 1 and 2, but he left after 2.
Yeah.
Avengers 2 is, I still like it, but it definitely feels kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. Like it has some of its great moments. It has like its great grandiose moments. Like Hawkeye has a lot of great moments. Like it's like you don't know what's going on here, and I'm a guy with a bow, and everything it's thumping. Like Hawkeye has some great moments. Like even the first scene, he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be made out of plastic, and I'll live on forever." Like, yes, Sherry Reynolds, I will give him props on giving him like he made his character after like Avengers, you know, made him so much better. Even in Civil War, you'll notice like
Civil War is my favorite Hawkeye moment. It's just such a simple moment when like Iron Man comes up to bat and he's just like Clint, and then like he's just sitting there. He's like, "Hey man," like it's just like so nonchalant. He's just like aiming the bow at him, and then like Iron Man's just like Clint, and then he's just like, "Hey man," like.
My favorite moment, I think it's right there. It's like, Clint, aren't you supposed to be enjoying retirement and playing golf? Hey, I played golf. Saw 18 holes, got 18 holes in a row. And just like throws like a bow and arrow while he's like.
Speaking of Hawkeye in the Avengers movie, so and in Endgame, that scene where he's showing his daughter how to shoot the bow, that's the opening scene of the movie, and then she's gonna be dusted.
Yeah, the decimation happens.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Hawkeye's gonna go no, and then you see the family dust, and he goes.
Yeah.
There's actually a meme with Hawkeye where his family didn't disappear, his hair did. Like have his hair, and I was like,
a lot of people don't like that hair.
I'm fine with it. It just shows like something bad happened to him, you know?
Yeah. But I suppose we should move on. So
yeah, we got it from James in the trailer. Now one of the big ones in movie news. It has happened. Disney has formed the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh wait, they need Amazon and Google. Oopsies.
Disney officially owns Fox.
Yep.
So now what?
Well, Ryan Reynolds did tweet out something that he tweeted out a picture all ready to go, Deadpool in a school bus saying, "I'm ready for my first day of pool," meaning that all the X-Men actors are fired except for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. This is crazy. I wonder what's going to happen because it looks like they're keeping the 20th Century Fox label. So I wonder how soon Disney will release a movie with the 20th Century Fox label in front of it. It's going to have that joke from The Simpsons when they have the 20th Century Fox logo and it says a subsidiary of the Disney company. That's going to be real.
I know. Since it's predicted, since it's just where it's on so long, they can predict life themselves. That's what happens.
This is crazy, though. Disney's such a mega company now, even more so.
Yeah.
They own, like, everything. They own The Simpsons. They own Family Guy. They own Predator. They own...
Believe it or not, they just updated their website, too. And it has The Shape of Water in there, Deadpool, Bart Simpson. Apparently what I heard was The Simpsons was also owned by the creator as well. So
yeah, I've heard that too.
But apparently Disney owns Simpsons now, so apparently creator might have sold it, and it's already been renewed for like 2 more seasons.
Yeah, it's crazy. Disney owns Alien.
Yeah, I know. Disney owns Kingsman.
Yeah, Disney owns Die Hard.
Yeah. Like, it's just amazing. It's just crazy.
Is the alien queen a princess now?
She's a Disney queen.
Yeah.
An evil queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. Plus, like, it's really I was explaining this with my mom and my stepfather, saying like, they're like, no, that's not the real reason. Like I was saying, yeah, it took the entire studio to buy X-Men and Fantastic Four. That's not the real reason. Yeah, I know that. The real reason is because Disney Plus, because they know streaming is going to be the future.
Yeah.
So, like, I already knew that. I was just making a joke, like everybody else. It took Disney to an entire studio to buy an entire studio to get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four back.
Yeah, and that's not even the main reason why.
Yeah.
Those two like properties are literally like the gravy on top of the mashed potatoes.
It's like, wait, we got the X-Men and the Fantastic Four back?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be interesting when Marvel finally announces what they're going to do with them. I don't
Feige,
think we'll hear anything about it until maybe the end of the year at the earliest.
Kevin Feige was saying the same thing. Like he said, listen, that they said X-Men versus Avengers right now, that would hurt Endgame. They learned their lesson last time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like it's gonna be an interesting future, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wonder what Fox is like. Is it gonna be called like the whole business side of everything? Is it gonna be called 20th Century, or is it gonna be called 20th Century Fox?
You mean like the 20th Century Fox, like owned by Disney?
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, like, if they're gonna be, because I heard Fox wanted to keep the name Fox.
Yeah, that is gonna be interesting if they rebrand it, but maybe it will just be 21st Century Fox, and then they'll just be Fox the channel and Fox News and Fox Sports.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's not as confusing as like having like different versions of AT&T and Atari.
Yeah. Who knows though? Maybe the Fox channels will become News Corp instead.
Yeah.
Because that's their parent company. We'll have to just wait and see.
Yep. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a very few interesting years. I mean, right now, Marvel right now, like apparently Sony like is making a deal with Disney to produce multiple shows about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I heard they wanted to do Agent Venom and a Spider-Verse thing.
Yeah. And like this on top of it, I mean, right now, if you think about it, like this is perfect time to develop some Disney Plus shows based on the X-Men because their universe is so big.
Yeah, that would be interesting. The other thing that they could possibly do, I seriously doubt, they already said that the X-Men are coming to the MCU, but it would be interesting if they decided to just keep the X-Men at 21st Century Fox. So like they make an X-Men movie, but it's like a Fox movie still.
It's like it's a Fox movie under the supervision of Kevin Feige.
I mean, who knows? I have a feeling any of the R-rated Marvel stuff will be at the 20th Century Fox side, which that will probably be like its separate own universe. It would be crazy if they made two universes.
Yeah,
they have like the R-rated Marvel universe, and then they have the normal one.
Yeah, I mean, right now, speaking of rated R stuff, I think right now the best way to recoup all your money that you just spent for this massive amount is to start pumping out Deadpool 3 right now.
It's going to take a while to make $80 billion.
Yep. But like I said, Deadpool 3, and they said like they'll keep Deadpool in a separate universe, which I'm like, fine. Make MCU references. Tell them how cool Kevin Feige is. Make a Disney joke and make Deadpool wear a Disney hat. I would love to watch that. Make Deadpool cry when he finds out Stan Lee died.
Yeah. Well,
like, I'm right. Listen, I'm already writing this stuff for them right now by saying stuff like this. if we were that big, but whatever. All right, let's. I guess anything else? Any more thoughts on this whole thing?
Nope. I guess we'll go into the next futuristic topic, Kyle.
Google has started a gaming platform, and it doesn't depend on any hardware at all. It's called Google Stadia,
So
and this is interesting.
we have no idea exactly what this is, besides for it being some sort of streaming service with server blade plugins to support this Stadia thing.
Yep.
I'm curious on how this thing is going to actually work in the real world, because they said for 60 frames a second, 1080p, you need 20 megabytes per second. And I'm like, you sure about that? Because I guess Google servers are, the best in the world and the country. So maybe that is true, because, on my smart TV, YouTube always seems to work, but sometimes Netflix doesn't work or Hulu doesn't work, but YouTube always works.
Yeah, that is true. Like, I've been using YouTube a lot lately. Also because of that premium stuff, and season 2 of Cobra Kai is coming up, which I'm not trying to advertise. I'm just saying like how good it is. Like, I tried watching something recently. I tried to watch like a show in 4K. It wouldn't work for me for some odd reason. It started repeating stuff. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, but to get back to the Stadia thing,
let's get back to that.
So Google servers seem to work well. I'm wondering, though, is this going to be a monthly fee, or is this going to be a Steam-esque platform where I'll buy my game and it will be linked to my account, and then I can play that game on anything, it seems like, as long as I'm on my, account? Or is it I'm paying a monthly fee and then I'm going to have access to everything? Or if I'm... Because to me, it seems weird if you're still buying the games.
Yeah.
Because you're not playing them locally, and
you're not
if you have no internet connection, you're done. Yeah. Which, a lot of these newer games require an internet connection. However, a lot of the games I play can be played offline if, something happens and the internet's not on. Whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like the thing about this is like third-party developers are going to love this because they don't have to worry about a generation gap, because they don't have to worry about hardware too. They want something that will not have a generation gap.
Yeah, it comes down to the library too on this thing. Because if it is just having all the stuff that I can already play on PlayStation and I still need to buy it, like the same way I would buy it on PlayStation or Xbox or Switch, then I don't see the point. But if this is like a monthly fee thing where, they're like $20 a month, you'll have access to like actual new releases. That can be really appealing.
Yeah. Here's another good thing. Like, for example, like if someone watched just, I will just say, we'll just throw this in the mirror, like, because this is the only game I would just pick up out of nowhere, Warframe. Like, and like someone was like just seeing us play Warframe, and they're like, "Oh, could I join you?" And be like, "Yeah, sure." And there's like a link right there, and it joins them immediately. You don't have to worry about upload.
I'm sure there's some sort of like really interesting game idea they're thinking with that, with like you can live stream and people can immediately join your game.
Yeah.
But
like that was like a little interesting to me. So
I'm just really wondering how this is actually going to work when it comes to pricing, what's going to be available. Their controller is pretty unique because it hooks into Wi-Fi.
And also the way it looks, it reminds me of a DualShock controller.
Yeah, it's got the analog sticks on the same plane, and it has the classic Xbox buttons, though. I notice.
Yeah.
The A, B, Y, X.
Yeah.
I guess it's just pretty standard. You think Google would have done something like stupid, like GOLE or something, or something dumb like that?
I mean, the Ouya did that.
Yeah, I know. We
Like,
all
but
love
the
the
Ouya was
Ouya.
like Ouya had like one of the weirdest controllers ever. Oh, you want to replace your batteries? You got to go both sides. It's like not. It's a. Who thought that was a good idea to put them where the rumble gyros are normally for a game?
Is this Google controller taking batteries, or do you have to charge it?
But when I looked at it, it looks like you can charge it with USB Type C.
Okay. So it
So I'm
charges
like,
pretty quick.
yeah, I'm like, cool. It's USB Type C. Secondly, I don't have to worry about it because these USB Type Cs last for a very long time.
Yeah.
They don't get bent up. That's the good thing. So Google is already like kind of future proofing themselves. And like I said, in concept, this is going to be a very interesting concept. Like especially like they said, you have to have a Google Chrome. You can use Google Chrome, and you can actually the controller will send a signal to the Wi-Fi, and you can play it off there or something like that. Or
Yeah.
I think it's or something off your phone right here. So
Right. You can switch between devices, it said, like seamlessly, where you can go from your computer to your phone to your TV
to
to
your
your
tablet,
oven, you
to your
know.
microwave.
Yo, I mean, I've seen people's houses where they have like a screen on their oven and it could go online and stuff. It's like, yo, I'm playing Assassin's Creed on my Samsung oven.
What's burning? Oh no! Oh god. It's like it was trying to simulate the burningness of a village. No, that's my food.
Hmm.
That's our dinner. I was like, well, you should have not played Assassin's Creed on your oven.
Yeah.
I mean, I seen Amazon do a ridiculous thing. They actually integrated Alexa a microwave.
Yeah.
But it's not Alexa enabled. It's more like you have to have the Echo Dot plugged into it through Wi-Fi.
Right.
Which
But I guess this is going to be interesting if this truly is the future of gaming.
a lot of people, a lot of things have been going down that direction anyway. Believe it or not.
I mean, I don't mind. It seems cool. Being an elderly man, I will miss consoles. However, if the streaming technology is there where you can play it and there's virtually no latency and it's not going to be artifacting,
Yeah,
it sounds awesome.
yeah. Like I was just saying it. Like we've been heading towards this direct, not the streaming, but the whole everything needs to be online thing. Game developers have been doing this for a long, long time because they just want that like they just want to get it. They just want to make sure you're constantly engaged all the time. Which
Yeah.
actually, here's the question: how will live services work with this?
Well, that's the thing. If it still is you're buying the games,
Yeah, but I'm talking about does it take up more internet, like bandwidth, if you're online streaming it and also being on online at the same time? That's what I'm wondering.
it probably won't. It would take up the same amount just because the server would be doing all the work. It just comes down to your connection.
Yeah, yeah. Like I
Because
said, that's why I
don't
was like,
forget
that's why I'm asking the question.
you're already connected to it, so essentially it should theoretically work even better
Yeah,
than like a console for online games.
yeah. Actually, here's a good idea that Google should do.
What's that?
They should when you get the Stadia controller, you should if they're doing this as a stream as a service, they should give that person a month free just to try.
Well, we don't know if it is a service. I have a
I
feeling you
said
might be buying the games.
that's why I said if it is a service, they should give them out for free. Your first month free.
Yeah. How
Like,
much did they say how much the Stadia controller is going to be?
I really don't know. They never really said how much it's going to be. My guess would be $60, and if you get a Chromecast with it, like believe it or not, the Ultra 4K Chromecast is like only $70.
Wow.
So if you really think about it, it's still cheaper than getting a console.
Yeah.
And plus, like, also there's another thing about it. they said this thing could also go up to 8K 60 frames per second if they really wanted to.
I mean, theoretically, it is possible because it's a server.
Yeah, and you're on a blade, and they could go, well, this guy wants to do 8K, combine the servers together.
Well, it wouldn't be this guy wants to do it. It would just be you have the option.
Yeah.
For it. I mean, you would have to have it. And I don't even think there are 8K TVs that are available to the public.
Not yet.
8K like screens are those like huge LCD like movie theater screens that they have in like South Korea.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them? They're nuts.
You told me about them.
Yeah.
You told me about them. They are nuts. Actually, here's a good way of explaining. Here's a good way. Here's the most insane thing I could think of out of my head that might be possible. 4K, 120 frames per second. If they can do that, that's where Google will be like, yeah, this system is more powerful than the PlayStation Pro or Xbox One X.
Well, I mean, theoretically, it is more powerful just because of what it is, because it doesn't have a limit. If it's in a server and somebody wants, a game to run a certain way, it really just comes down to the technology in the server. It doesn't come down to your setup, because no matter what, if it works as well as they're saying it does, that game will look as good as it looks if you're playing it on, like an old TV to like playing it on a new TV. It's the same.
Yeah. Now here's
like on your phone, which is nuts.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to handle with like the phone.
Yeah, I'm wondering how it's going to be on this Samsung Galaxy S9 right here, because this thing does do has HDR, 4K cameras and picture and everything.
Yeah.
So I really would love to see how this will turn out on a phone. Anyway, we got a couple more minutes left, but figured the next couple of minutes we could talk about Google building it up towards this, because they hired people that worked. Their president of the gaming division is actually Phil Harrison, who worked with Microsoft and Sony in the past.
Yeah.
So they're very serious about it. And don't forget, last week we talked about Jade Raymond becoming the VIP of Google, but we weren't sure if it was the gaming division or it's Google the company. Now we know it's definitely the gaming division. So they're very serious about this.
They also said that they're making their own games for this.
Yep. They made a new company. They made a new development studio called Stadia Games and Entertainment, which gets me curious what they're going to do with the entertainment part of it.
Now, I don't know. It's really weird for them to just announce this, but not really show exactly what this is going to be. I'm sure they're going to more information throughout the year. A lot of people are saying, hey, they're going to be at E3.
I mean, right now would be
there's plenty of slots open.
I mean, look, Bethesda's not going to be there. Oh, I forgot. Bethesda's not going to. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that in the news. Yeah, Bethesda's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Sony's not going to be there.
Yeah.
No, not Bethesda. Bethesda's going to be there. No, EA's not going to be there.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Do their own thing.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, we don't need it. We can do our own E3. You know what? Blackjack and hookers.
I mean, Sony's not going to be there, so that instantly makes it so there's one of the huge developers.
Yeah, they could do it.
It's weird. Sony right now is in like the top dog position, and they're just like, we're gonna just take it easy right now.
We don't have really nothing to say. We just have these games, and we're gonna be cool, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Google should go to E3 since there's not going to be that much attention over there,
I mean, who knows? I think Microsoft most likely is announcing whatever their next, Xbox is.
Xbox 2. I'm kidding. They won't name it like that. They'll just go be like so super maverick and be like, we're going to be called the Xbox Infinite.
What if they don't even call it Xbox?
They'll call it the Xbox.
They're just going to be like Microsoft : gaming console for TVs. something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's it for. But I guess this is all we gotta say. I mean, it's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting with Google going in. Like, you could tell they definitely are very serious about this. Because they built people that you do gaming that have gaming background, and they are very, 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 very serious about getting in there. Like, the best way to say it, they're kind of like in an area where they're kind of like in Microsoft's area where they're just talking about cloud platforming. Kind of like
Yeah.
they kind of beat them to the punch with it. But they're also kind of like Nintendo where they're like, you guys could go over there and do your thing, but we're going to be over here and do our thing, okay? We're cool? We're cool.
Yeah, it's strange. At the same time, I can also see this Stadia thing becoming like mini Google projects, something they announce and do for a while and then quickly forgotten about, like Google Glass.
Yes. Actually, this is just a funny story about that. I actually brought a scouter to McDonald's one time, and they were like, what is that? I'm like, it's Google Glass. Everybody believed it too. It was hilarious.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, now it's like, that's when Google Glass first started, just so you know. So that was a little off topic, but I figured I'd just say something hilarious. Well, anyway, I guess that's the end for this podcast. But now we're gonna get to the end of our subject. What have you been playing? What have you been watching?
I've just been playing when I can Devil May Cry 5. Haven't beat it yet, but it is awesome.
Yes. We'll be probably doing a review on that because I beat it recently.
Well,
That game
might
is
be
so
a while
fun.
before I beat it just because of my schedule, but when I do get to play it, I really like it. Like, it might be my favorite Devil May Cry.
The best way to say it is we don't rush ourselves. We do it and we do it together and we do these reviews together.
Yeah.
Like if we feel like we really love this game.
Right.
So we don't. That's why we don't do a review every week or so. Maybe once a month or so. Maybe.
Plus, I mean, I don't have time to finish games every week. I have a pretty demanding day job.
That's why I said maybe.
Yeah.
So, but let's see. I have watched 2 movies and I completed an entire show.
Wow.
And I've been playing. Well, I had a lot of free time this week.
Nice.
But I beat. So let's just start off with the games. I beat Devil May Cry. Amazing game. Great game. Love the RE engine. I feel like Capcom could market off of it if they wanted to, but I don't want it. Watched Aquaman twice.
Really?
So,
wait, is Aquaman available on Blu-ray?
No, I couldn't wait. I just wanted to I wanted to watch it so badly, so I bought it on digital.
Oh, okay.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I did buy Ultra. I did buy the Ultra 4K Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
That's still such a good movie. That movie, like both Aquaman and Spider-Verse, those movies have so much going on in those movies. They could have been like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, there could be some. I feel like they crammed so much into one movie. I feel like they can't make it work, but they did. They did. They made it work. And then I finished an Amazon Prime show, Man in the High Castle.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, let's take I love alternate history, so I like to see what the world would look like if history went in this direction. So this takes place in a world where we didn't win World War II, and Germany took over the East Coast, and then there's this neutral zone in the middle, like where Colorado is and that area, and Japan took over the West Coast, and it's really good. Like there's also like films that show like the future alternate timelines and stuff. Like it gets so crazy. Also, guess who the prime minister of the Pacific Japan East states is?
Who? Is it Ken Watanabe?
No, remember the guy from Mortal Kombat, the original one?
Which guy?
The main villain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's very honorable, and he's like in there, and I'm like, I've seen this guy somewhere before, and then I had to look him up on Wikipedia, and I was like, oh, it's that guy. Ironically, he's also plays another fighting game character too. Heihachi from Tekken.
That's cool.
So yeah, so and it's a good show. Like it's a really good show, and there's like 2 more seasons. I really want to watch it.
Nice.
So if anybody have the time to watch it, go watch it. Season 4 is the last season is coming up, which is season 4. But next month, I'm just watching this so I can get ready for the Tick. Even though I should be watching Tick season 1, but I've been putting this show on hold. So Tick season 2 is coming up, so I'm excited for that.
Right. You watched all of Tick season 1, right?
Yeah, of course I have.
Yeah, we'll probably do an episode about the Tick when season 2 comes out.
Yeah, we'll definitely do like a first impression. But I feel like Amazon's gonna just shove out the first 6 episodes out, or 5 episodes, and just shove up the other ones later.
Yeah.
So, but this is it for the Mediaverse podcast. This was probably a very eventful day for not day, but a week for us actually for news wise.
Right.
So a little bit better than we normally do. I'm Chris, as always.
You're Chris.
I'm Chris now. Oh God.
So close.
Yes. Where's Bill? We got to get Bill in here. Bill would slap us for this.
Oh man.
I'm Kyle. He's Chris. Hope we all have a good day. As always, please subscribe, leave a comment. Please give us some feedback. It would always be good. We know we've done some stupid things here and there, like we've been noticing. So, good night. Have a good night, everybody. Sleep tight.